Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. We appreciate you being here. And our topic for you today is 5 ways to keep your gym going in hard times. Let's get right into it. So number 1, let's make sure we're looking at the big picture here. Because what happens a lot of times when we first open our business, that's really what we are. It's a big picture. Hey, here's where I'm going to be in a year. Here's where I'm going to be in 2 years. Here's where I'm going to be in 3 years. Here's my budget. Here's my business plan. Here's how I'm going to do all this. And so we're very much, big picture focused. And what happens when we start to struggle, we get into some hard times, we get kind of micro focused, and we're focused on what's wrong. We're focused on what's not working. And so one of the things I would suggest here is, look at the big picture, go back, reevaluate your business plan, look at your budget numbers, look at what your plan of actions, and start looking at the big picture and what kind of opportunity is out there. Because there truly is abundance out there. Everything that you want, it's already there. We just have to go get it. So number 1, look at the big picture. Number 2, what I would call inventory your staff. Okay, let's make sure we've got staff that their heads are right, their attitude's right, and let's make sure we've got them trained up so that they are truly following process and they are performing like we need to. What you don't need here when you're trying to navigate through hard times, you don't need a staff that's dragging you down. Okay, we need people that are producing. And you also need to look at this in terms of making sure it's cost effective and making sure that truly you can afford them. Okay, so pay for performance. You want top attitudes. We want to have process. So really inventory that staff. We just don't want them kind of filling a slot. Hey, I need this time slot filled. You're in. We need producers in there. We need the right attitudes. We don't want to be kind of talking business kind of right out the front door. Number 3, you need to ensure that you have access to cash. Okay, you need to ensure you have access to cash. And so in the early stages, right, we always suggest, hey, we want to have 1 month's operating capital on hand. So if it costs you $40,000 a month to run the business, we want to have $40,000 in cash. You may not be in that position, going through hard times. So we need to look at other things. So talk to your creditors. Let them know that, hey, in some cases we're not going to be able to pay, but we intend to, okay? So we need some time, okay? Start looking at grant programs for your city, your state, your county. Start looking at grant programs, that are out there. Get a budget established. And we've actually had situations where we'll take some of our key members, and maybe if they want to prepay for 12 months, they want to prepay for 24 months, maybe we do something special for them. Anything that gives us access to cash or gives us cash on hand, this is going to be a must because you're going to have to maintain, cash in the bank. Number 4, and of course this is kind of contrarian to kind of what you normally hear, but start sweating the small stuff. Okay, start sweating the small stuff. We want to look at every little thing. Okay, for example, every customer, every guest, every prospect that comes into your gym, treat it like it's the only one you're going to get that day. And do we give 100% of our efforts to hopefully convince them to want to become a member? Somebody who wants to cancel, are we really working that program, that retention program? How about getting referrals? But look at every little thing. Let's do inspections of our gym. Are they as clean as they need to be? But I would go so far as to really micromanage some of that because we want to be pristine. We want to be on point. Because, if we are navigating hard times, we're going to have to do these things to get out of this, okay? And then number 5, on everything that you do, don't sacrifice quality here, okay? Don't sacrifice, all the things that you've worked so hard for. Make sure you have the best service in town. As a matter of fact, you want to give an unprecedented level of service, an unprecedented level of value. We are still doing all the things that we would do even in good times. Hey, if our members are inactive, hey, we're calling them up. We're attempting to get them back in. We're still running quality programming. We're still teaching quality classes. We still have that great attitude. We're still putting out there that positive information. So, take these 5 steps, take a look at them and say, hey, do any of those, sound like me? Okay. And if it is, address each one of them and say, hey, I can address that right now. Because if you can start to address these things, maybe while they're a problem, okay, you can prevent it from becoming an emergency later on. And I know I get asked this question frequently, when I'm interviewed, by magazines, papers, whomever. And they'll say, what's the most difficult thing? What's the most challenging thing of consulting? And the answer really has remained the same, all these years. It's been, well, the client, the club owner, they won't call, these are my words, until the patient is on the operating table. They wait until it becomes an emergency. And so what I'm suggesting here, don't wait. Don't wait to get help, but also don't wait to start addressing these things. Because if you think it's an issue, probably is. Okay, start to address it now. If you want to get some help on it, we're offering a free strategy session. Click the link below. It's based on availability. So as long as there's availability, if there's not, just keep checking back, and when something frees up, it'll show you that. But click the link. And happy to chat with you. And also, if you want to support the channel, if you feel like this information is beneficial to you, click our Patreon link below, and that'll give you some additional options on how to support the channel. And then also, there's plenty of other information below that can help you grow and develop your business. So, folks, my name is Jim Thomas, and I appreciate you being here today. Hope you have a great day.